ICE officers and agents approached the vehicle of the individual in question, who was blocking the officers in with her vehicle, and she had been stalking and impeding their work all throughout the day. ICE agents repeatedly ordered her to get out of the car and to stop obstructing law enforcement, but she refused to obey their commands. She then proceeded to weaponize her vehicle, and she attempted to run a law enforcement officer over. This appears as an attempt to kill or to cause bodily harm to agents, an act of domestic terrorism. The ICE officer, fearing for his life and the other officers around him and the safety of the public, fired defensive shots. He used his training to save his own life and that of his colleagues.
A woman was shot dead by an immigration and customs enforcement officer in Minneapolis on Wednesday. The incident happened during a widespread immigration crackdown ordered by Trump administration in a major US city. The federal officers, however, sought to defend the officer who opened fire at the woman, claiming it was an act of self-defense. The shooting comes amid a series of immigration enforcement operations being conducted in US major cities under Trump administration. The killing was at least the fifth linked to the immigration crackdowns in a handful of states since 2024. In a post on X, Tricia McLaurin, Assistant Secretary of the US Department of Homeland Security, said that the ICE officers were conducting targeted operations when the Reuters began blocking them, and one of these violent Reuters weaponized her vehicle, attempting to run over our law enforcement officers in an attempt to kill them, an act of domestic terrorism. She further said that one of the ICE officers, fearing for his life and safety of others, fired in self-defense. She said, and I quote, "He used his training and saved his own life and that of his fellow officers." The woman suffered bullet injuries after being shot in the face multiple times by the ICE officer and later died at the hospital. Several videos shared on social media showed an officer intercepting an SUV, demanding the driver to open the door and grabbing the handle. As the car does not stop and begins to move forward, another ICE officer standing in front of the vehicle pulls his gun and immediately fires at least 2 shots into the SUV at close range. The SUV then sped into 2 cars parked on the curb nearby before crashing to a stop. The incident triggered outrage, with protesters and community members shouting at the ICE agents and at the local police. Bystanders asked the Minneapolis police to arrest the ICE agent who shot the woman in a car. City's mayor described the incident as reckless and unnecessary. He also asked the ICE agents to get out of Minneapolis. He added that the families are being ripped apart and the immigration agents are causing chaos in our city.